Number 90 is Zaycoven Henderson. Zaycoven Henderson, defensive tackle from 2011, 12, and 13.
You a hater. You a hater.
I thought it was us.
You a hater. Nah, it wasn't. It's not me. You a hater. I'm just warming you up for what you're going to hear when this comes out.
Zay Henderson, a superstar athleticism, superstar smile, superstar persona that made him very popular amongst the Lobo Nation. Was a 3-year varsity guy, played on the offensive line as a sophomore a little bit, had to play defensive tackle to finish that year off, and as a junior, senior, played at defensive tackle. But, of course, Zay was a 4-star that went to Texas A&M and had a pretty decent career there. And then I even got a chance to go with the Cleveland Browns in 2018. So I think the biggest question is, why is Zay so low?
Speak on it.
All right, so with Zay, either he was hurt most of the time or he just didn't produce a lot. And the numbers basically aren't in his favor. And I'm just going to read them to you. As a sophomore, 12 tackles.
Because you have to do that because a lot of people are going to be wondering, well, if the numbers wasn't in his favor, how did he get offers from schools like Texas?
Right.
Or like A&M where he went?
It's a part of, I think what you, when you're making this list, and when we made this list, the whole idea was to not show favoritism. To not just say, oh, it's a big name, he needs to be top 40.
Yeah. Because
he went to a big school. I think in order to be fair to everybody that's,
you would think that's what people wanted, but nah.
Yeah, I guess not.
I'm starting to see that a lot of people want to see the big names higher up just because
the big names.
Yeah.
Okay, so as a sophomore, he has 12 tackles and 1 for loss. Playing some offensive line, and about week 4 or 5, he goes to defense. As a junior, 48 tackles, 2 sacks, 10 for loss. And then as a senior, 36 tackles, 2 sacks, 10 for loss, a fumble force, and a fumble recovery that he scored on. He got a block punt that he scored on as a junior or senior.
Yeah.
But if you hear those numbers, they're not wowing.
And you have to put it into this context. This is Zaycoven Henderson, which we all know one of the most athletic.
Is the most athletic.
I would say that.
If Trent was probably number 1, Zay would probably be the second best athlete for a guy over 300 pounds.
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely.
Easily.
That's easy. But, I mean, the context you have to put it in is somebody with that size, that stature, that athleticism. For those numbers, you can compare his junior season to a Markeith Woolridge.
Right.
Now, I don't have Markeith Woolridge, his stats in front of my face, but I can guarantee you that they will be comparable.
Yeah.
You said Zay had 48 tackles as a junior.
Right.
I'm almost banking that Markeith Woolridge had around that area. So what you got to put in?
We don't have Woolridge on this list, and he's not on this list. He had 100 tackles, 5 sacks as a senior. We don't have Cordarian Solomon on this list.
Thank you.
And
he finished with 11 sacks in one season.
11 sacks in 1 year. And that 1 year in varsity, he got to play. So
I just want people to realize that.
You got to understand, like, we understand the talent that he was. We understand the athleticism that he displayed. But when it comes to numbers, it just ain't there. So that's why he's on the list where he is. He didn't play in the last, I want to say 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 games of the year. So he clearly, as a senior, was injury derailed. Right. But that's the same thing with Bivens.
That's true.
If Bivens Caraway would have had an opportunity to play his senior year, he would have been way higher than where he was at 96 or 95 or wherever.
Oh yeah, we speak if that's the case. Then,
that's
we're talking about Bill at top 20
easily, top 10.
Yeah, we can go that far.
If Biv has two 2,500 yards, he's top 10.
Yeah.
So it's not so much of we're not hating on anybody.
No.
We understand the talent that he was, but we also understand that the numbers were not great, and so that's kind of how you end up in a position in number 90